Some people don't understand the concept of daily winning. It is possible because some people don't understand winning as a daily outcome until now. Here at Champions for Life podcast, we give you ways to understand how to reverse your thinking about winning. That yes, you can, and that it is possible to experience daily winning. In small but powerful ways, you will begin to change your life and become the champion for life you have envisioned for yourself. Hi, I'm Jana. You will be listening to JDC, my husband, a father of 6, martial artist, entrepreneur, a servant of Jesus Christ, and a tough love kind of guy who will share with you experience, wisdom, and ways you can overcome any challenge in your life. So get ready to be inspired, encouraged, and motivated to take decisive action.
Okay. Good afternoon, Miss Fatima. How are you?
Good afternoon. Doing well. Doing
Awesome.
well.
I am so excited to be speaking with you today about, what has sovereign martial arts done for you and your family, how it has benefited you. And you share a couple of things there. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, your background, and how you ended up in martial arts, if you will.
Okay. Well, I am a mom of 2 little boys. They are 6 and 8. And by day, I'm an English professor. And well, some things about me. We as a family, we love to travel. It's one of our passions. And what brought me into the world of martial arts is about, oh my goodness, I'm going on 9 years ago now. My oldest had just turned 3 years old, and I wanted to put him in something, and what was important to me and still is I wanted him to have something that that honored his heritage. And so, as a side note, my boys are part Japanese, so karate fit that bill, right? It was a way of giving them something to honor the part of themselves that I couldn't teach. I could give them all the Southern upbringing part, but so that part. So I was looking for that part, and it was difficult at first to find a school that would take children at 3 years old. Most of the schools that I went around, well, all of them, anyway, all of them, because I couldn't find anywhere, that I went around to, to seek out, they were only interested in training older children. So 5 was the youngest. Some people only wanted 8-year-olds. They wanted them to already have a skill set. And it was important for me that my boys had something that was an early practice, that really planted that seed early. I didn't want them to wait. And so I found Sovereign. Right? Yeah. They, were more than willing to take on my very young son. And that's how we began our journey. And, so my oldest trained for a while, and then my youngest, and then myself, I joined after them. I was just the karate mom who sat on the sidelines and cheered, that mom. And then after a while, I began to notice the black belts. And I noticed, just what they were able to do, their katas and the sparring. And I was like, wow, I want to do that. I want to do that. That's so beautiful. And, I wanted to be able to, first and foremost, defend myself. Right, that was really, and still is, right? It's not anything that's going away. It was really important to me. And then being a single mom to 2 little boys, if something goes down, it has to be me. and so, yeah. And so I signed up, and here I am 4 years later.
Wow.
And more passionate about it than I was when I began.
Wow.
Because now I'm in it. And I'm able to see a larger picture than I could see before.
That is wonderful. So happy to have you here and be part of it and all of that. And so with your boys and the whole family doing, because we're like a family environment place. So everything you're saying it resonates so awesome with me because that's who we are. We're family. We believe that the kids, if we raise them up well and in a good family,
Right.
they're going to be awesome for society.
Right.
So that's beautiful. Now, as far as your training, what is it that you like more or most about Sovereign that you say, man, I'm so happy I'm in this place?
Yes. Well, what I love so much about Sovereign, there's a lot. Well, the first thing that pops into my mind is that I love the katas. I love the forms, and I love the fact that that there is such emphasis and such practice on the forms, right? That it's not, you learn it for a little while and then you just move forward, but it's, we spend a whole cycle on learning the forms, and then even learning that whole cycle, it's not as if we never come back to it, right? So it becomes imprinted, and we're giving our students an opportunity to perfect. And I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just really drawn in, by that as well. And then I love the fact that that everyone is given an opportunity to be a leader. Even with Ethan. Ethan is a tiny tiger, or no, a sovereign tiger now, right? He's a sovereign
Yeah.
tiger. And even with that, as young as he is, the way that the curriculum is taught, he's given an opportunity to get up in front of his peers and to demonstrate and to teach what it is that he knows. And I've seen such a marked improvement in, just his willingness to get out in front of people, his abilities, because now he's more confident in it. And then of course with my oldest one, I see the same thing. He's always been a little bit shy to get up and speak in front of people, and then now he's this leader, and he's strong, and he projects his voice, and he's excited about demonstrating and excited about teaching, where he doesn't have to be asked, he just jumps up and volunteers.
Wow.
And it's wonderful. And with myself, it's been a beautiful experience being given the opportunity to be an instructor. I love that so much. As I was saying before, in my daytime position, I'm an educator anyway. So it's very much a part of who I am. It's very much a part of what I enjoy. So, being able to teach people and see their progress and their excitement, and being able to plant those seeds, for what I love into my students, it's been amazing.
That is wonderful. Just being able to put it all together, right? Your
Right.
gifting, your skill set, your life into what you love, and also change people's lives and improve their life. That is beautiful because the conviction that we have as instructors, because what is done for us,
Yes.
then by teaching it, we teach it with an amazing passion
Yes.
that is believable.
Yes.
The students and families begin to like, this is real. They're not faking this
Right.
because it has transformed our life. I'm the man I am because of the martial arts,
Yes.
because of the training. It has done that for me.
Yes.
And all the instructors at some point or another, they went through that transformation.
Right.
And so now they're teaching it with the passion. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like I am so passionate about, transferring this knowledge and helping families and have them experience what I've experienced and seeing my kids and all of that? Do you feel the same way?
I do. I do. Passion is contagious, right?
Yes.
I can't help but spread it around, right? So, anyone who takes a class with me, they can't help but feel, the excitement that I have, with each new kata or kickboxing drills and things like that. I definitely it's natural, right? It's not even conscious, but I love it so much. I really do. I love very much having an opportunity to share that passion for sure.
That is awesome.
Absolutely.
What do you have to say to the mom who is watching? Because in our culture, we involve the parent.
Right.
We want our parents to be active parents.
Mm.
We don't want them to just sit in the sideline and watch. So we get them to, be like parents as coaches. We get them to be involved holding the boards or breaking. We get them involved in the whole process. We call that real support, right?
Yes.
But also, we want them to be part of the program, like just join, like the whole family. What do you got to say to a mom or a dad that's like, I don't know, but they're there and they because of our culture are involved at that level. But what about that little bit? What would you say to them?
I would say to to take that leap, to get involved. I've seen some parents when they come onto the mats and they assist their kids, and I've seen them just demonstrate what they want their kids to do. Like their kids are maybe not as enthusiastic, or maybe the form is not what they want it to be. And I've seen parents just demonstrate. And I'm looking, and I've even said to them, I'm like, why are you not taking class?
Just get in.
Right? To jump in and take that leap. And, coaching your kids and, coming onto the mats, and now we're in our living rooms and holding the boards and things like that. It's powerful. That's certainly powerful. But it's even a greater impact when you yourself train.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that with myself and other parents who train, that the children, they learn to love it more. It hits a different like space in their brains and in their hearts, that mom and dad are training with them.
Yeah.
Right? That they're going through the same things. And I think it impacts longevity.
Yes.
As a parent, if you're interested, and I think that's important. Longevity is important. That it's important that we teach our children that we never quit.
Yeah.
Right? That when you yourself are involved, they will train forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would just,
it becomes like a lifestyle.
Right. Right. And for me, I am beyond excited. I get up and I think about it every day, that my oldest will be going for his junior black belt, and then I will be going for my first degree. And I am really super, really super excited to take that journey with him.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so beautiful. Wow. So how do you as a mom handle the challenges that they're going to go through, right? Have you seen you mentioned improvement in them being excited and wanting to train and all of that. Give us a little glimpse of the transformation to that, from I don't want to practice, I don't want to go, or any challenge that you might have had at home.
Right.
That as a result of training at Sovereign, they were able to put all those values into practice at home and in school and with themselves and with you and all of that.
Right. Well, like any parent, I think that we've had issues with our children wanting to train. Like some days, they just don't feel like it. They're little humans. They're little humans too. And so what I have done with that is I refuse to give them that option. I know that may sound, some parents may listen to that and they're like, how? Well, what I do is I keep it moving, right? And it's simple as that. So they see that I'm getting geared up. and they see that I have my keys in hand or I'm about to turn on the laptop and get going. So, I don't entertain, you know, that, that they're not going to train today or that they don't want to train that day. And I just firmly assert myself as the leader, right? So mommy's getting geared up. You have to get geared up, because if I turn this laptop on and you're sitting in the back in your pajamas, and then, it's not going to look good. And then, Sensei Tony's going to see you and then, it's not good. So, I just, as I said, I set myself as the leader, and I just make sure that that they see me overcoming, right? No matter how I feel, if I'm tired one day or if I'm sore, that I continue to train anyway. So children, they will follow what they see. And one really, really wonderful thing that I've seen as an impact of training as sovereign, and I've seen this particularly with my oldest son, is that it's been so, just drilled into him that when things have to get done, when there is a schedule, then things have to be done. So I no longer have to tell him that, that there's schoolwork or that there's homework. He gets right up in the morning, he'll eat something really, really quick, and then he's right on his work. He logs right in, and it's not something that I have to enforce anymore. It's just a part of him. And it's just the pattern, right? Just that sovereign, that that when class begins, that you bow in, right? That you have to have your shin guards on and your gloves ready and things like that. And it's just a reinforcement of values that all parents want. Who wants to struggle with their kids while getting their work done?
For real, yeah. That's awesome. I love that, and I love stories like that because it's in my mind all the time. How do we help families enjoy the journey, right? Trust the process, and believe, right, that it's going to be good, although they may start chaotic and timing and running and all that. It's a big sacrifice, but it's so worth it. And hearing you sharing that, um, it makes me feel like, yes, it is worth it. I say it, but it's a reminder that it is worth it, because how can that not be worth it? How can that? Yeah, I mean, you see kids, growing up without some kind of structure or the discipline in an environment that builds them up, in an environment that, clarifies who they are, and an environment that makes them leaders, right? I see kids growing up without that. I see kids growing up at home where they don't learn how to be interdependent, and then they're gonna go later into higher education, and it's like a shock from I had it all at home, and now I gotta fend for myself, kind of thing.
Right.
And this is another powerful value where, hearing you talk about it, they're becoming leaders. They know what's next.
Yes.
They know the expectation. They're very clear, and they can do it themselves.
Right.
And they know that they have the support and the assurance that you're there. That's beautiful, And I think about it, and I'm like, man, I want all the families to come to Sovereign. Like, come on, get in here. This is it. This is it. This is the place for you. And I believe that too. I totally believe that. Do you have any advice on the parenting front, right? Any advice on the parenting front where you can give a tip to a parent, like in your case, a single parent, right? And things can get tough. What would you say to that mom that has kids and wishes to be in your position, to be able to do something, but they don't see it? What would you say to them?
Well, I would say to them, to keep an open mind, right? When I first started to train for myself, I didn't see other moms in the same predicament that I don't call it predicament, but my same situation, right? Where they didn't have, grandma or somebody who could watch the kids or anything like that. And so I thought to myself, how am I going to make this work when, I had one little guy at the time when I first started training. He was a toddler. So you know how toddlers are.
Yeah.
And then my other little fellow was a preschooler. So, they're busy. They were busy. So I had to, sit and think about how was this going to work.
Yeah.
And it required keeping an open mind. If I had a closed mind and I was like, oh well, I don't have a grandma to drop them off to, and there's nobody who's sitting off on the sidelines watching, so therefore I can't train. If I thought like that, my journey would have been over a long time ago.
Yeah.
So this is what I did, right? So for my oldest, I always made sure that there was plenty to do and that there was snacks. And, so he had his crayons and his coloring books and little trucks and things like that and goldfish, and he was fine, right? He's a little bigger. But then the major challenge was the toddler, right? Because a toddler, as we all know, they may sit with the coloring book for 3 minutes and then it's done, right? So my mindset was, I'm going to make this work anyway. And what I used to do, and I wish I had pictures of it, is that I used to have my youngest Ethan on my back while I was doing push-ups.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah.
You have pictures of that?
I wish I did.
Oh, that is so
I have to
awesome.
search around and see if put some feelers out there, see if anybody caught that.
Yeah.
And it was a way of keeping him out of mischief. And he was laughing the whole time. He thought he was on like an amusement park ride.
Yes, yes.
But it allowed me to train.
That's creative, and that's a way to combine what you. That's very powerful because a lot of people, I know we're running out of time here, but a lot of people get stuck in the problem, and here you are. You took a situation that you're already there, so
Yeah.
just come on, let's do it together and get in, and
Right.
that is awesome. Good,
Yeah.
good one. See if you can find a picture of that. That would be.
I can.
Yeah.
And like, so even if I wasn't doing push-ups, obviously that's just one thing and a class is a whole class.
Yeah.
I would have him stand next to me.
Good modeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not only did that keep order, but it also planted some seeds,
Yeah.
Into what he's able to do today.
That is awesome. So powerful. Well, we came to our end of our time here, and I just want to say thank you for sharing and coming on. And, I hope that all these moms and parents get inspired by your story and what you shared about Sovereign. And because we want you here, right? We want you here, right? And we want you to maybe that's your journey like Miss Fatima is doing. She's going to be an instructor and a lot of great things. She has a bright future ahead with Sovereign and her kids. And it's just beautiful to see that transformation she described and all the things she's been through to even get here, right? So that's beautiful. So I want to thank you again, Ms. Fatima. And I'm glad that we got together and shared. So until next time.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.